Well, we're about to leave. Here you go, buddy. We're about to leave, Ollie and I, and Addie. You got to get out. We're heading to Ohio. We got Scioto tonight. It says the trunk's still open, too.
You can tell by looking that it is.
No, I couldn't tell. See if it closes. It showed. It did. It's not that hard to do. We are going to Ohio, Pennsylvania, Kentucky, all over the next 3 days. Oliver, Addie, and I, not you.
Sorry.
What?
This is a question for after.
Okay. So yesterday, we raced. We've had a very flat week. We've had, in fact, 3 weeks out of the last month have been variations of flat. Some of the horses are in too tough. You look at Sweet Lake, pace 53 and 4, 28 and 1. She's just not good enough right now to be that kind of stake filly.
She'll be fine. She's a June foal.
Yeah,
She needs to turn it out,
100%.
and her ovaries are more important than.
Well, that's a good point too. She is 2-year-old sister to Captain Luke and that family that has taken a 2-year-old stake mark of 56 and pace 53. There is certainly no reason to be upset with her. Wayne has overachieved all year long, got locked in yesterday, was going to get a big hunk of it if I got through. And quite frankly, she'll win a maiden and then we'll turn her out also. A number of the horses, Solidarity, we talked about him in the opening video for Sunday that Amy and I just did. Another horse, probably race him on Sunday, castrate him, and turn him out for the season also. And as I said, and I wanted to make sure that everybody doesn't read too much into it, but the closest horse to the blueprint of Time Is On My Side would have been, now I said Leland, but Leland was originally castrated when we got him. Solidarity will be castrated from a stud at the end of his 2-year-old season and brought back in a similar fashion to Time Is On My Side. So we talk about all this stuff in the opening, but I wanted to talk about yesterday. I'm going to do the surrounding horses first. A lot of people asked me what happened with Yo Mister. Stacy sent me a picture of him. Honestly, because the calendar was not working right and I was running around and so busy all day, I didn't know who was in. I knew that the calendar did not show the Meadows horses. It showed Woodmere Betcha, but I didn't even know. It slipped my mind that Yo Mister was racing. Stacy sent me a picture of him, warmed up with a big gob of snot in his left nostril and said, "I think we should scratch this horse." To which I said, obviously, and we scratched Yo Mister. So that's what happened with Yo Mister. Not shocking. This isn't indicative to the Northfield Burn. Blue Rare scoped with some mucus and blood. Rock Shining Star scoped clean yesterday, but clearly raced just a hair worse than I thought he should have. So these are, and it's not just us. Somebody said, well, why is this happening to us? Adeline and Ollie, why is this happening to us? Well, it's not just happening to us. It's happening to us because you see it, because I'm explaining it to you also. This is part of the information, is that you guys get all the information, right? That's part of what we do. And maybe every trainer does that, or a lot of trainers do that. But when I look at the list of that trainer, I'm not name dropping, but I'm looking at race 1 yesterday. There were 3 horses beat 10 lengths. 3. Right? All different trainers. The next race, there was 3 horses beat 18 lengths or more. Trainers right there again, right? I don't mind that Colt right there. Then we went into our race. Here's another one. Look at all the trainers in there. Beat 4, beat 3. And when you look at these names aside from him, right? I don't know who that is. That guy there does okay. What I'm getting at, again, look who's 7th, beat 4 right there. Right? What it boils down to is it's happening everywhere. It's selective. It's not every stable. It's not every horse. There's no rhyme or reason, but it is happening in every place, right? Ontario, you're going to see flat miles. Scioto, Northfield, Philadelphia, Poconos, New Jersey, on and on and on and on and on. And with us, it has been. We have had some high points this week, but we did have a lot of low points. And yesterday, I wouldn't necessarily say that low points were Sweet Lake. 53 and 4, 28 and 1 in the end of it. That's what she can do. So Wayne got locked in. 55 wasn't really a fair depiction of how she raced, because she was actually very good. Rock Shining Star, 53-1, 28-1 on the end of it. Tenacious Hammer raced very good yesterday. Really got to start, not that we start, we have to continue to be very aggressive and work on him. His right front's bothering him a little bit, and can't really tell.
There's no business being in a race that goes in 52.
But that's what they go on,
I know.
right? That's the
But that's
condition
what I'm
claimer. So that's the thing. They went 52-4 yesterday. He paced 53-3 last week. He is good enough. We just need to get him to a higher level of comfort, let's say. And then Patrick the Piranha, who has been quietly a shining point over the last month also, raced very, very good. Fourth closing, 27 flat, a mile and 51-3. I was very happy with him. Had to scratch Yo Mister, and then Woodmere Betcha finally raced a little bit better. It looked to me like she was steering better and did just get picked off. One to the right and one to the left of her down the lane, but the fractions were pretty hot for Woodmere Betcha yesterday also. So from what I can see, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 horses in the Meadows, 1 in PEI and 1 in Ohio. I know we didn't race at Northfield yesterday, so I think that is, again, an accurate depiction of everybody that raced. Out of those 7, we had a third with Betcha. We had a scratch of Yo Mister. We had a 6th, but a decent mile from Sweet Lake. And the one thing I was thinking about this yesterday. I wanted to make sure everybody understood. It's important how you put them away, right? Sweet Lake's first start, she was raced good in Sayota. Remember, she was climbing over them, finished second in like 54. And then in the Arden was the first time she won her first start, was a Stallion Series. Then the next start we raced her in the Arden, a little bit flat. Philadelphia, a little bit flat, chasing speed, and again chasing speed yesterday. You don't want those horses to kind of slip into that I don't like my job, or in cases of some other horses, I told everybody you do not want to continue to race horses that are ouchy and sore at 2, because sore turns into sour really, really fast, and you don't want that also. So right now we're in a transition where some horses are getting turned out, some horses we're trying to get healthy, some horses are racing good, but they're being drowned out by this symphony of mediocrity that has happened over the last, as I said, 3 weeks out of 4, and it will happen. And as I told Ollie the other day about your batting, right, been a little flat, but it happens, and that's the same with horses, right? They get in a slump too, and there's nothing you can do. The only way you can get out of that, there's only 2 ways I know. 1, sacrifice a chicken, and 2 is just continue to work hard and put your head down. I don't know if it's sacrifice a chicken. Right? Did you ever watch Major League?
No.
Jobu? Nobody? You should watch that. It's a good movie. So that's kind of the way it is. We're not to the sacrificing chicken stage yet at the stable, but today I can tell you, looking at today's lineup, it's not going to be rosy for us also. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just the way it works out. Arrowhead Hanover's got the 8-hole. He's going for 200,000, but may as well be going for 200 million. That's a tough group of horses. And the Poconos has never, in that I've ever seen, been very friendly to horses racing from off the pace.
Is the finals at the Poconos too, or are they?
Well, that's a good question.
They moved them.
He's not in the finals. He's in the Consolation.
Uh,
Yeah, and the finals are at the Meadows, I think. The Consolation might actually be at the Poconos. And he raced good at the Poconos his last start. I was second or third. I was third, just beat for second in 52.
Yeah.
He raced really, really well that night. Millie Girl, off 2 weeks. She's probably going to the field after tonight also. We'll see how she races. Freedom Hill raced Wednesday, was second in 56. Jason's got her back in. She's in a good spot at 9-5. But I've learned not to trust Freedom Hill is going to win. She's really good at being a bridesmaid, which in the bigger scheme of things isn't a horrible thing right now, but we'll see how she races tonight. Time is on my side, has been off since July the 14th. So a month plus 2 days. He's trained once in 58, and he's in the Open tonight. It wasn't a point of having him super tight tonight. This is more or less a stern training mile for where he's going to race next week. He'll have an option to race at the Send It In Invitation, potentially at Sayota, or the Casey Kane and Batavia next week if we wanted to, one or either of those races are next Saturday. So this is really just a sense of, all right, you had a short rest. How do you feel? The one good thing about Time is he usually bounces really good off a short rest. And then Resolve Indeed, again, she's like 7-1, but in the right spot. She should be fine. And Greatest Ending must be dropped down in class. Oh, this is a pop-up. But he's 8-1, so he should be in a good spot. He bled a little bit last week, this horse. Bled a little bit. So we'll see how he races tonight for Harry. Now tomorrow's a little bit different. The Lifting Legends got a good shot in Clinton. Solidarity, I'm interested to watch at the Red Mile. Now Gorgeous Package and Foxy Seaside, I truly believe that they would be the horses to beat in this lag when they came to Northfield. One's 5-1 with the rail, and the other one's 25-1 morning line. So that's, again, the Buckeye's just super salty right now for these horses. And then Neptune, he's probably long getting. You got to get this guy over to the Meadows. This will be his last start at Northfield this week, I believe. Monday, Hanger 1. I will make a prediction. Hanger 1 will be very good on Monday. That's my prediction. Steady Volo is 7-2, so he's in a good spot also. And later on in the evening, JK Victory. Jody's going to drive him. He's got the outside. He either drives a tough class or drives the outside almost every time he races. And then Manhattan Money, we're into Tuesday at Chicago Hall. So again, a little bit of sickness, some poor draws, some tough races. It hasn't feel like things have locked back in just yet. We got some new horses coming into the barn that will be racing towards the end of the week, next week, obviously, with Winter Soldier, JK Mega, and Raging Hanover. Now, with the Meadowlands actually being open, and I thought it wasn't, I'll leave that up to Megan. She can race Raging Hanover wherever she likes, New Jersey or New York. I thought Yonkers would be a great fit for that horse, but again, that will be her. Honestly, I barely know the color of the horse. I don't know a lot about him. I just know what Scott and Megan have told me about the horse, and I think all three of those horses were well bought, I believe, in my mind. And that's been the important thing, is patience through the entirety of the year. These were the first three horses, for the most part, I bought all year. Maybe one more. So as we continue to weed out we sold 4 the other day, as we continue to weed those horses out, if we can bring in some new blood, some fresh blood, some horses that are going to make that immediate impact. The Mega Horse got 1 start. Raging Hanover has 2. Winter Soldiers, very lightly raced in 2025. These are horses that not only will make that immediate impact that I'm hoping for anyway, but they'll stay fresh and be able to race straight through the winter. Well, we'll see about the Mega guy. He's only 2, right? So I know I saw him the other day, and he was squealing and rearing up on the cross ties, and he's a stud. So he may also race 3 or 4 times and find the surgeon very quickly. So with that, a longer Saturday video than I thought we'd make. You never told me what you're up to today. Are you going to go with Gemma?
Later.
Later?
I gotta get all this stuff packed up.
You going to go out and have some dinner by yourself?
No, not by myself. I don't know yet.
How many of you are out there like that, will not go out by yourself? Me, I've spent most of my life by myself going out to eat. I would walk right into the keg, step right up to the bar and have a meal all by myself right there. Amy would never do that ever in a million years, which I find it's funny that she wouldn't.
I would do that if I was like going to work on my laptop or something.
Oh,
but to just like
fair.
go sit there,
Just say, I'm hungry, I'm going to stop at the
stare
keg.
at the wall or the TV
You
by
would,
myself.
really?
No, absolutely not.
I find it funny that you wouldn't, and you find it funny that I do. So, no keg for me tonight. We got Scioto Downs on tonight.
But yeah, don't forget to feed them.
To feed them, yes, I'm the father. I will feed them. What do you guys want tonight? We're gonna drive by a lot tonight. The only crappy thing is, can't go to Guy Ferrari sitting out loud in the casino. That sucks. Maybe I can get takeout though.
Yeah,
Maybe. Anyway, take care, everybody. I know it's been a rough little bit, a rough patch, but as I said to Ollie, and as I say to all of you guys, we just got to keep doing what we know has worked in the past. Continue to put our head down and work hard. Find the right classes for these horses, and things will turn around. So, take care. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. I will talk to you all at some point over the next little bit.